Okay, so for problem number 8, you guys should have put this in decimals and answered these questions. And you can tell the slope by looking at the equation, the number in front of the x. So you guys should have at least wrote that much. The slope is 3. Okay? So we put that in decimals. And we're going to go look for all of that stuff. So here we go. Y equals, or f of x equals, same thing, 3x minus 6. Okay? And I'm going to show you that it's the same thing as putting f of x. F of x equals, same thing. Okay? Which one is my x-intercept? 2. You just click on it. Okay, that's my x-intercept, 2, 0, write it down. However you want. You can just tell me 2, or you can tell me 2, 0. Which one's the y-intercept? Negative 6, which is 0, negative 6. So on your paper, you're writing that the y-intercept is 0, negative 6, or just negative 6. And you can see it on the equation. That minus 6 by itself, that's the y-intercept. And the x-intercept is 2, 0. Now the domain and the range, this is how you start them. And you can see up on my word wall, the purple sheet and the orange sheet. Look on my word wall. Purple sheet and orange sheet, that's how you start them. So the domain is written like this. And we're looking for 2 numbers. And then the range is written like this. And we're looking for 2 numbers. Okay? So start it off at least like that. And let's go find them. Let's go look for them. So in decimals, okay? First we're going to do the domain. Domain goes from left, most point, to the right, most point. So when does this graph stop on the left side? When does it stop on the left? Never, right? So that's negative infinity. So right here we would put negative infinity. And then when does it stop on the right? Forever and ever and ever, right? So you would write positive infinity. What is it from negative infinity to positive infinity? All the time. All real numbers. All real numbers. Because it never stops. Negative infinity, positive infinity, those are all real numbers. That's what you write for problem number 8, domain. And then the range. Okay, remember, it's like this. And now we're going from the bottom most point to the top most point. And it's on my word wall. It tells you from what to what. So if you forget, make sure that you look on there. So let's go look at the bottommost point. Where is the bottommost point? Negative infinity, because it's never going to stop. What is the topmost point? Positive infinity, because it's never going to stop. So what is the range? All real numbers. Negative infinity to positive infinity. All real numbers. And that's what you would look for on one of the answer choices. A, B, C, D, you would look for all real numbers. Okay? Problem number 9. You guys were supposed to put that in stat and get the equation. So in stat, enter. You type your numbers, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. And on the other side, you type negative 6, negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2. Stat, arrow over to calc, 4, enter. Write that down. Your equation's y equals 1x minus 5. Y equals 1x minus 5. So right here, y equals 1x minus 5. What is the slope? 1. It's right there. What is the y-intercept? Negative 5. It's right there. But you can also look for it on the graph. We're going to type that equation in decimals just like we did right now. Y equals 1x minus 5. Y-intercept is right here at negative 5. We just wrote it. The x-intercept is at positive 5. What's the domain? All real numbers. What's the range? All real numbers. This line is never going to stop. It's going to go to the left forever, to the right forever. It's going to go to the bottom forever and to the top forever. So right here, the x-intercept is 5. The domain is all real numbers. And the range is all real numbers. Problem number 10. In order to get the equation for this, we need 2 or 3 points, and we need to put them in a table. So I'm just going to pick 1, 2, 3 points. So what point is this one? 0, 40. Write it down. What point is this one? 1080. What point is this one? 20 and 120. Okay, and then you put that in stat and get the equation. Stat, get the equation. I'm going to pause it. You're going to do the work and you're going to answer those questions. Okay, so when you put this in stat, what equation did you get? What? 4x plus 40 because the y-intercept is 40. So y-intercept is 40. The slope is 4. What's the x-intercept? No, look right here. Where is the x-intercept on this graph? There is none. So you're going to put none. Okay? The domain. What is the leftmost point? On the x, the leftmost point. 0 all the way to what? Infinity. No, it's not all real numbers because it doesn't go to the left forever. It only goes to the right forever, so we're going to put this right here. So, what do? We cross out the infinity part. It's only this, and you can flip it. It's x greater than or equal to 0. The range. What is the bottommost point on the y? 40. So we're going to go from 40 all the way to infinity. So I only need the first part. I'm going to erase this part. You only need this, and you flip it. Y greater than or equal to 40. Why did I put a line underneath? Because it's equal to. Those are close points. Those are not open circles. Okay? Now, we have about 8 minutes. So I'm not going to go through all of these. Let's just go real quick and do number 12. Number 12. I'm skipping around. You have to do the rest of them for homework. Number 12. Pick some pretty points. We need a table. Okay, we need a table in order to get the equation. Or we can just, we need the slope. What point is this? 0, 300. What point is this? 20 and 600. And what point is this? 40 and 900. So tomorrow on the test, you guys would do stat and get the equation to find the slope, which is 150. So the slope of this one would be 150 if you put it in stat and get the equation. What's the y-intercept? Right here. What's the y-intercept? 300 because this is your y-axis. What is the x-intercept? None. There's none. It never crosses the x-axis. None. The domain from what number to what number does it go? From 0 to infinity. So x greater than or equal to 0. The range, what is the lowest point on the range? 300 is the lowest, and then infinity is the highest, so it would be y greater than or equal to 300. Just like we wrote it on problem number 10. On the other sheet that you grabbed when you walked in. This is how you're going to do it. You're going to put the equations in y equals in decimals. You're going to look at the table and find the number that they ask for. Just like we did earlier. Okay? That's for all of them. Okay, so let's go put number 1 in decimals. So we're going to put y equals negative 49 plus 5x to the power of, this is the power of, you press this button right here. And you put the number that you want, which is a 3. And then it does it for you. You hit the gear button, ask for a table, and I want the number negative 2. Actually, negative 2 is right here. So the answer is negative 89. Problem number 2. In decimals, you would type it negative 4x minus 2 divided by, actually, that's going to have to be in parentheses. The whole top needs to be in parentheses. And then divided by 3. Bring it to the side. Equal to 6. And it's asking for the value of x. Well, if I add a table, it won't let me add a table. But look at your x value. Look at your x value right here. It's negative 5. So the answer for that one, because it has an equal to negative 6, let me type negative 6 on it. So then it's over here, it's positive 4. Okay? Problem number 3. You type it in here, same way, just exactly how you see it. 3, open parentheses, x plus 6. Close parentheses, minus 5, open parentheses, x minus 2, close parentheses, equal to 10. And look for the line and tell me where it crosses. 9. Okay? Problem number 4. You type it in here, that's negative 3x minus 1 less than or equal to 5. And it's at negative 2, and it's all the numbers greater than. So it would be x greater than or equal to negative 2. That's problem number 4. Make sure that you watch this video and study tonight.